Previously on Emerald Dragon. It's time for us to make our daring escape. Can't forget the hat.
Tamron.
Well, we killed the Demon King and escaped, but there are still problems. Not sure you do. Okay, why this is a problem, a lot of what we learned earlier in the game is that the Horus are kinda dicks. They are the ancient enemies of the Dragon Clan. They desolated Western Ishban, and now they tried to destroy the world of men that, Tamron lived in.
たとえこの身が朽ち果てようと、君は僕が守ってみせる。
アドルシャ。
Kinda wish they had more than one voice sample for this sort of thing. Okay, I'm going to have more to say about Tamron's role in the story of this game in the next video. But something I did find out is that, in general, the Japanese consider Atrishan's first line in that little cutscene, even if my body withers away, blah blah blah, they consider that to be fairly cheesy, actually. I always look forward the opinions of Japanese players on even JRPGs that I like, because sometimes there's worlds of difference. I think the most notable difference of opinion would be with Final Fantasy VI. But overall, Emerald Dragon, from what I found, is actually fairly well liked among the people who played through it. Like, on both sides of the Pacific, even though this was a fairly niche game. What do we know? Another thing I thought of, by the way, is that it's the kind of soul-shattering revelation that would normally put a main character out of action for at least a few hours of gameplay, but Tamron just kinda picked up and here we are, a full party once again. Oh man, everyone's acting like the credits are about to roll. The fact that they carried it this far is great. It's almost like Dragon Quest III again. Khosrow, not in good shape. He had a teleport mishap. Oh, okay. Hello, first NPC. Well, the job isn't done quite yet, but we're getting there. Yep, that's us. The king is pretty excited about this. I think that's going a bit far, sir. Yeah, saying, oh, by the way, the gods are crazy, that's, that'd be a problem. Good excuse, Prince. Right, we never worked that out. Oh, she knows he's alive. Huh. Well, let's go pick up Pharma then. Yeah, Khosrow managed to survive somehow despite being an old guy in the JRPG. Oh my god. Doctor, why aren't you in more games? But before we do any of that, let's hit the inn. We're not quite in tip-top shape. After all, we just got finished fighting a boss.
Tamron.
And that's the last of the special inn scenes of the game. Now then, we can actually use the teleposta as a fast travel item. It can take us to any town in the game for absolutely free, and that's a good thing because there are a couple of stops we're going to need to make before we move on. But the first things first is to, well, talk to the dragon. Yeah, the mural at the beginning of the game had the Emerald Dragon and the monster Zandig. one of the great creations of the Horus to fight against the dragon tribe. Okay, the desert has new random encounters, and if you can handle it, this place can kind of be a peninsula of power once you're in the area earlier in the game. But it's really up to you what kind of risks you want to take with your party. I don't recommend it myself, but then I kind of tend to be a little more cautious about everything I do in JRPGs. Oh yeah, Cao Xian's bow is no longer cursed, so it's the most powerful bow in the game. And there's Pharma. These Micronians are more warlike than we initially assumed. Oh, 15 of them. Amazing. Wow. And the rest of the party is like, yeah, we're not gonna get involved in any of what's going to happen. You know what characters like these really need is a confession booth. And I don't mean like the Christian priest kind. I mean like a soundproof booth where they can work all this out without having to embarrass themselves in front of anyone. Yes, please rejoin the party. We need a second healer. Hey, I think you forgot. Okay, there you go. Okay, Pharma is now level 80, which means she's a high enough level to cast the healing spell that heals a party member to full HP. We don't have any special armor upgrades for her or anything, and we're not going to deprive Cao Xian of his special armor quite yet. Also, if you'll note, Cao Xian gained a ton of levels after we killed Demon King Garcia and got his bow back. So it's now back to Ervad, because there's something I forgot to collect here. You see, after beating the Demon King, you can now finally access the castle treasure rooms. And this is important, because it contains Prince Hathram's ultimate equipments. His best armor and his best weapon. Also, the crystal robe for Tamron, I believe. Okay, we're gonna have to equip stuff. Where's the royal... There it is. And we're going to equip the ultimate plate. Actually, on Atrashan. Because if Atrashan dies, it's game over, and Prince Hathram doesn't gain levels from experience. There are other things that he gains levels from, which we are going to check out now. But for that, we're going to have to see Dr. Warmel. The thing about Hathram is that even as he is, he's not exactly endgame material, but there's something we can do about that. Oh, it is a very interesting potion, I assure you. You know what? Almost no price is too high for what this thing does. Okay, so what just happened is that potion just boosted Hathram to level 90. What Dr. Warmel can also do is take temporary boost items and then turn them into permanent stat boost potions. However, he can only make one of each kind because, as he said, making the same potion twice is boring. Well, that's all of the ones I'm going to make because I was a bit careless with my items. But it's more than enough for what's going to happen next. Defense up for Tamron. AP up for Tamron. And max HP up for... oh, why not Tamron? I don't know why. Oh, yeah, now I remember why I used the tent. It's to get everyone back up to full HP. Okay, so now we can actually move forward. Through all the random encounters, of course. Time to go to the Helmand Mountain and see what we can do about the Horus. Ah, that's where we need to be. Can't forget the chat. Oh, you need to stand directly on the thingamajigger. Oh, no wonder the Horus needed to hire some hatchet men to do their dirty work for them. Remember the Feathers of Ra? This is Ra. Okay, Ra has a whole bunch of backup and can hit both very hard on a lot because it's the first skirmisher boss we've had. Oh, and it can cast Mute. Better do something about that. Now heal up, because we are going to use the Black Dragon Claw. And what this does, it has a chance of destroying all lesser enemies in an encounter. Let's see how well this works. Well, I'd say that worked pretty well. Once his backup is dealt with, though, it's basically no problem. You have 2 healers again. You have level 90 Hathram. You have full power Saoshyant, and, well, you have our heroes, so... Oh yeah, and Pharma has a new combat sprite. Complete with the new animations and everything. They didn't have to do that. Oh, why'd you try to use the sleep spell? Oh wow, we're doing Final Fantasy damage. Thank you for the levels. We get another Ra's Feather. And time to do some more mountain climbing. Okay, these are the only 2 new enemies and the only types of enemies you'll encounter around here. Also, Tamron now has a summon spell. Iron Gargoyles, they can cast spells. They will cast spells. And werewolves are just general melee sorts. Spirits may not hit all that hard in comparison to your main characters, but their attacks use very little AP and whoops. And you can accidentally hit them if you ram into them with Aftershock. My mistake! Ah, well, it wouldn't be one of my videos if there wasn't a mistake somewhere. The encounters around here aren't going to cause you too much trouble, especially if you boosted Hathram. We'll just throw the Dragon Helm on Hathram. Aside from the occasional bit of treasure, there's really not much here. It's really just the climb to the boss. And there's me getting confused again. I don't know what goes on inside my head. Thankfully, this isn't a game where you can really get lost in dungeons. This isn't Arcana. This isn't Ys. This isn't Lagoon. Thank God for that. Oh, hello. Okay, the Hades Eye. There are two of them, and they constantly spam all attack spells. They use the Wind spell, they use the Thunder spell, and they use a lot of it. Like, they use the Wind spell and they use that spell. Never mind. But they just spam all kinds of nasty magic. So, the real trick here is to just do your best to finish one of them as quickly as possible. If only to shorten the time between your turns. However, they have wizard AI, which means that getting close to them will actually cause them to run around and use some of their AP. However, they have a ton of AP, so it doesn't actually reduce the amount they can cast it that much. Yeah, see how much of their AP bar their spells cost? Yeah, this is a problem. Once you manage to kill one of them, though, your healing is more than able to keep up with the damage that the other Aya does at this point in the game. So really, it's all about lasting long enough to take out the first eye. And, you know, hoping you don't miss most of your attacks. Okay, we're probably gonna need one more round of attacks from the eye unless something really spectacular happens. Well, there we go. And that takes care of you. And there's the red dragon's horn. Oh, he knows what this is. Or the sword knows what Atrushan is. Okay, let's do the thing. He's not kidding. Vendidad is the strongest sword in the game. Well, I'm not gonna say no to that. I know what I'm doing. Sometimes. Okay, this is the point of no return. Once you say yes at that prompt, there is no going back to the main overworld. And here we are. So I'm going to save here, and next episode we will see what awaits us in the lost city of the Horus. I will be seeing you then, and goodbye.